Welcome, welcome! It's my dog with the TexasSpaceNavy bringing you another Star Citizen video. And today I thought I would talk a little bit about the power triangle and how it can really help you in flight combat situations. First, I want to say thank you to everybody that dropped by the live stream yesterday. I really do appreciate you guys coming and watching those. I'm still new to it. I'm still trying to figure it out and learn the best way to, make those live streams come to be. I know I jumped off before being able to tell everybody goodbye last night. Actually, my mic was muted when I was trying to tell everybody goodbye, so I apologize for that. But keep that in mind. Every Saturday night, 7 o'clock, I will be live streaming for you guys. So drop by, say hi, enjoy the gameplay, some of the discussion, etc. Hopefully, I will be able to do some live streaming throughout the week eventually. But right now, Saturday nights is it, so don't miss it. So let's get into the power triangle and how that works. Most of you have probably watched some sort of video about the capacitor gameplay and how it can affect things. So the power triangle, that's that little triangle to the lower left on one of my heads-up displays down there, one of my MFDs. You see it's on the lower one. You have engines, you have weapons, and you have shields are the three different ones that you can put power into. Now, right now it's balanced at 33% power on each and every one of them. Is that the most ideal situation? Well, it really depends on your situation. But I would say in this particular combat, and you will see this later on in the video, that you should probably usually have most of your energy on weapons. Now, if you are taking damage or if they are shooting at you and bringing your shields down, you're going to want to dump your power into shields. I highly recommend that you set some keybinds to do the 100% thing. So you are 100% in one thing or 100% in another, and you can switch back and forth relatively quickly. If you were to watch the Mongrel Squad as they fought us last weekend, and they've got a couple of videos up on it, you could see their use of the power triangle, and it works really effectively in most of the cases that they were switching off so quickly. Again, I will do this later on in this video. I was on today with an alternate character, the one that just trying to build up money, get to 1,000,000 credits before the wipe, and there were some server stability issues. I was trying to do these 890 jump missions, and there was some really wonky AI behavior, and then 30Ks. I got 3 30Ks, actually. If you watched the live stream from last night, like the whole first hour was me trying to get on a server because I kept getting infinite load errors. So a lot of server issues going on right now, and a lot of that usually happens towards the end of a patch's life cycle. So we're at the end of the 3.14 life cycle, even though they haven't started the Evocati testing of 3.15 yet. You can tell that the servers are starting to suffer a little bit as they're not keeping up with them quite as much going into the 3.15 patch. I really don't know how they manage servers and why they may get less attention or they get a little crappier right before a patch. I can just tell you historically that's what's happened, and that's what we're dealing with. So let's kind of discuss how long it takes me to kill these 2 Cutlass Blacks in my Aurora MR with my 2 Badger repeaters. Again, I am not messing with the power triangle in this particular video, and it takes a long freaking time to kill these Cutty Blacks. It's not because I keep missing necessarily. I do have to wait for power to regenerate shots for my Badgers. There is extra rounds if you put more power into guns. You will see that again, a little bit later in this video. So right now I think it's like 81 rounds I can fire before I have to regenerate more. But with the capacitors it goes up to 90 something, and they regenerate much quicker. Now this is only for energy weapons. If you get ballistics, they don't really use your capacitors at all. Big warning in 3.14, ballistics run out of ammo super fast, so be highly careful what ballistics you put on and when you use them. Now they bypass shields and do massive damage, but again, you will run out of ballistic ammo really quickly depending on what ship you're using and what size gun and all of that. I am sure that's going to get rebalanced in 3.15. I hope it does, because ballistics are very hard to use right now with the ammo issues. People are less likely to be using them for fear that they will have to go and rearm, reload, etc. And you know, it's just not an ideal situation. You would think they would give you a little bit more ammo, knowing that you may end up in much more combat. But again, this is all going to be rebalanced anyways, so don't fret too much on that. If we are going into the second run at this, where I will adjust the power triangle a little bit towards the end so that we can take advantage of the faster cycling or the faster recharging bulldogs. Sorry, badgers. I think they're badgers actually. It could be bulldogs, but anyways, you get the idea. They're gonna build up energy faster. They're also going to have more in the drum, so to speak, before they have to recharge. You'll also notice when I start doing that how much quicker I will bring down the Cutlass Black, because I can maintain fire on target much longer by doing that, and I'm able to wear the shields down and then start taking out pieces of armor and finally finish the ship. Now you can see I was almost done with that ship right there, even though I wasn't using the power triangle. So it was getting really hot red from me making some hits all along the body. Now when I do make the shift like I just did, I don't have any power going into shields, so if my shields go down, then I'm either going to have to shift power into shields to get them up quickly again, or I'm going to have to be really good at dodging rounds, because you know, with a 0% shield regen, you can see what you get. You can't regenerate any power for your shields, and if they drop your shields, that's it. So you better be a good fighter pilot or be able to switch pretty quickly. Again, that's where the keybinds can come in handy to help you switch to you know, a different power setting. Knowing what keybinds goes where is also helpful. Right now F5, F6, and F7 will change how much power you have going to your shields, your engines, and your guns. F8 will put it back on balanced, which I definitely recommend you do after you disengage from that combat, or after the combat's complete, so you can still recharge some of your other stuff. I apologize, I'm yawning here while I'm making this video. I am a little bit tired. I've had a long few days and it's caught up to me, so I'm hoping to get a good night's sleep tonight, as I hope everybody does too, because that's just something that can't be ever taken for granted. So now I'm able to put a lot of shots on this thing, and I am not having to recharge nearly as much because I got all the power distributed to weapons. They're not really getting any hits on me to cause any damage, so I'm staying pretty confident with what I've chosen to do for the power triangle. Again, you wouldn't have to do this with ballistics. I know a lot of people are giving ships like the Saber and the Hornet kind of bad reviews at the moment because of the capacitor gameplay issues. So what I would recommend doing with those is either bringing less weapons or making, you know, a couple of the weapons ballistic weapons instead. That way you don't have as much power drain, and your capacitors are going to be completely dedicated to the laser or energy weapons that you're using, or neutrons or whatever it is that you're using, instead of You know, like the default loadout is like four Panther repeaters on a Saber, and you don't need. I mean, you do need those four. Don't get me wrong, but you could go with 2 Panther repeaters and 2 ballistic cannons, and your repeaters will last a lot longer. You know, that's a really good option for you Saber lovers and you Hornet lovers. Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe button. It really helps the channel out. Check out my YouTube, Patreon, YouTube members and Patreon down below in the description. I'm Mud Dog with the Texas Space Navy, and I'll see you out in the verse.